Do you like video games? Do you like movies? Do you like wrestling? Do you like more? I'm RGT85. You might have seen me pop up on a hate thread on Reddit or in a search engine on YouTube where it's RGT85 exposed, but I make video game content. And you know who else does? Video Game XD. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button now. Subscribe to Video Game XD. Tell them RGT sent you, and that's the bottom line, baby.
PowerKast Progression. Radio with power.
What up, people? Welcome back to the PowerKast Progression. Radio with power, baby. I'm your host, Charles. We're back. Today, man, it's our 20th episode. Number 20, baby. Barry Sanders. Back in the day, the Lions, baby. But this is our 20th episode. Little news for you guys. We're not going to be calling it by episode numbers anymore. No. We're going to just go by the date and subjects. We decided it's a little kind of a pain in the ass remembering every episode number by heart every time we upload. So today will be episode 20. And after that, we're just going by the dates. So we made it to episode 20. Thank you for the fans. Thank you guys, the wrestling fans, sports fans, whatever you might be watching the PowerKast right here. Part of XD Sports and Video Game XD. But let's get down to our news. CM Punk. Yes, CM Punk returns, ladies and gentlemen. Big shock to WWE. You know, wasn't this guy a Collision guy, 3 months ago or something? But I don't know. What do I know? CM Punk is back in WWE. So we have some shit to talk there. Me and Jeremiah. Jeremiah's coming back on the show today. And we got Edge and Christian feuding in AEW. Edge, the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland is now in AEW. Pretty badass. I think that was a fair trade. Get rid of CM Punk, you got Edge. That's cool. You know, shit's going down on AEW. Survivor Series, WWE Survivor Series 2023. I watched it. Jeremiah checked it out, and Mark actually watched it. He's not a big WWE guy, Mark, but he checked it out. He watched it. We all watched it. Not together, but I watched it with my friend, good friend, Jalen. Shout out to Jalen. I liked it. So let's get Jeremiah in the house. What up, Jeremiah? What up?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good.
Guess we're here to talk about the good old CM Punk again. He just likes to show his face.
I thought he was he's fucking back again, dude. What is going on here?
Dude, I called it. Remember, so the other night, not only you, but my other buddy, Kyle, both of you were like, CM Punk is not showing up. I was like, he's going to show up. And then, like, after Randy Orton showed up, I was like, all right, he's not showing up. And then at the end, when he showed up, dude, like, he caught me off guard. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because you noticed they went to the credits. You thought the show was over. Did you think the show was over? He's back in shitty CM Punk's back in WWE.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have to deal.
I'm not gonna lie, I marked out. Like I was like, what?
I find the whole thing funny because it's like, how long is he gonna be in here before they kick him out? The guy's cancer to anywhere he goes. And Seth Rollins, people probably think it's fake. No, Seth Rollins really freaking hates CM Punk. He's really pissed that he's back. A lot of people are. I'm pissed. Like, we're tired of him. We're tired of him going show to show, making the same speech. Oh, I'm here for good, blah, 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 blah. 2 months down the road, you're fighting with people in the back because he's so stubborn. He's a crybaby, self-centered.
He doesn't even
Guys,
the dude doesn't even deserve to be on a WWE stage right now after what he did.
no,
He
he
doesn't even
deserves to be
deserve
in
it.
he deserves to go to Japan. Go wrestle in Japan for a little bit. Go to TNA. Bring your ass
No,
down to TNA.
go to UFC, bro. Go get your ass kicked again there.
Or GFW. Go to Global Force Wrestling. Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't know.
I
Probably
mean, come
not.
on.
Did you see his stupid promo at the end of Raw last night? Did you watch it?
I didn't even watch Raw last night. I didn't care, man. I watched like part of the like highlights where he was like blah 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 blah. Hulk froze over, blah 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 blah. No, man, didn't you say that in AEW, like same kind of shit? You're nothing but a fucking you're fake, bro. Your whole career is fake. You're a crybaby, fake. You're self-centered, annoying crybaby. I don't like the
Dude,
guy. I've never liked the guy.
it was the same old shit, dude. He's like, WWE's my home now, and you're my
Yeah.
family, and all this. I'm like, I don't buy into this shit. I'm not buying into your fucking CM
I
Punk.
remember 6 months ago, AEW was his home. AEW was his family. That's
Yeah, wasn't he a Collision guy like fucking 3 months ago? Collision. I'm a Collision
right.
guy. Now you're a W. Like
Now,
what?
one thing I do hope that happens though is AJ Lee comes back too. Oh man,
AJ
she was
Lee,
so
baby.
hot. Oh,
Oh
I'd
yeah,
love to have AJ Lee back.
that'd actually be pretty cool seeing her come out with him.
Oh yeah,
It would make him
she's
seem like
sexy.
make him worth a damn.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not buying into this CM Punk. Buy my shirt. I'm not buying your fucking shirt. I'm not buying your hoodies anymore. I don't believe in your promos. It's dead to me. I don't care about you in WWE. I think you're an ungrateful prick, CM Punk. Phil, fuck you, Phil. Fuck you,
You know
Phil.
what? You know what? Fuck that guy. We're done with him for now. Let's take him off tonight. He's done taking up our time on tonight's podcast. That's how much he is useless to us. Fuck Phil. He's done. Let's move on to Survivor Series. What
Yeah,
did you
give
think
it
of the
a.
first match, the women's war game? I thought it was pretty good.
The women's war game was badass. I like that better than the men's.
I enjoyed it, dude. When Io Sky jumped off the top with the freaking garbage can on her head. Oh man, I marked out on that. I was like, holy shit. And I was rooting for the other team. But man, when she put it on, I was like, what is she doing? Why is she putting it over her head? And then when she jumped off, holy shit, I was like, fucking shit.
That
I was
was
just like
dope.
marking out over.
Yeah. Or the Charlotte Flair doing the moonsault. That was cool.
Yeah.
It looked like she almost broke that other lady's arm or something landing.
Dude, it was crazy. The whole match was crazy. Becky fucking dude, who pulled off a great match was between Becky and Bailey. Oh man, Bailey was doing great. Bailey's
Yeah,
body is banging lately, man. She has that thick booty.
Bailey,
Yeah,
she's
her
getting
body's growing
bigger.
out nicely.
It's growing up.
It's growing in all the right places, bro. Bailey's curves are getting curvy enough. Like holy, ooh, yay.
I think they outdid the men. They outdid them.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I was very entertained with the women's match. And then what's the next match after that? After that we had
Well, it was supposed to be Carlito versus Santos Escobar, but Carlito wasn't there. Or something.
oh, I remember. And then they had Dragunov instead. That was actually a pretty boring freaking match. I was bored the whole match during that match.
That shit was boring.
Yeah, I remember me and my friend texting. I was like, bro, I am so freaking bored, bro. He's like, dude, this match is like putting me to sleep. I was like, I know.
I
man,
thought
that was
the Dragon guy looks like an Ultimo Dragon ripoff to me.
Yeah, he wasn't even good. He was slow. He's not good as a luchador wrestler. I don't like him. I don't think he's that good.
No, Luchador and WWE ain't the same. It's not like WCW when it was all wild.
Right. Bro, you know what's funny? So Ryback put out a video on Twitter, I think it was, or I know on TikTok. He's like, if CM Punk returns, I'm retiring from wrestling and shit. And so CM Punk returned, and then like everyone was commenting that Ryback was quitting wrestling, blah blah blah, and then Ryback retracted his words.
I thought he already quit. Ryback's what?
I mean, he don't wrestle anymore, but like he's trying to say that he's retired. He just no promotions picked him up.
I thought he's been retired. That's what I thought.
No, he didn't retire. He just hasn't had a job. He has a podcast now. He's pretty big on TikTok and stuff.
Last time I see him, he was doing like Burger King reviews and shit, Taco Bell reviews.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, he does wrestling. He has a wrestling podcast on TikTok now.
That's cool.
Dude, what other matches? I can't think of the card.
Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus The Miz.
Oh, I knew The Miz was getting squashed during that match. It was a decent match. I don't like that Gunther's still the champion, but he's a decent heel. But I don't know. A lot of people like him. I'm not too fond of the guy.
I thought the match was pretty funny. Like Miz was playing like a Joker in the match, like doing funny shit. Like he was trying to
like. Good.
He was trying to cheat. Like, didn't he give him a low blow and then try to? I thought he might have been the winner at the end of the match. I'm like, he might win tonight.
Right. Dude, like he's like the best face heel. Like he is such a great talker, and he can play a face and a heel at the same time perfectly. Like right now because he's playing face, but he's also like still in his asshole character. I love it. I think he's doing great.
He's a cocky heel. Cocky.
Yeah. And then like dude, how come LA Knight had no match at Survivor Series? What's up with that?
I have no idea. Hopefully they're not putting him down the shitter.
I just realized that. Like, why wasn't he on the card at all? Man, so I was watching some replays earlier about AEW. Like I was watching some replays of last week with MJF and stuff and Samoa Joe. And then like they're talking and shit. Man, MJF is funny, dude. That guy's a good heel. He's a good face. That guy is like a great wrestler. He's such a good talker.
Do you just watch it on the YouTube since you ain't got cable?
Yeah, I don't get to watch the matches, so I just watch highlights of it and stuff, and I watch whatever people put on YouTube. It sucks. I wish I had I wish they would come onto an app. I wish they would get a streaming app. Like do something. Like same thing with Raw.
That's what my friend does. He just watches the YouTube shit because it's easier for him.
Yeah, same thing with Raw and SmackDown. They should just put it on the apps. Like they can, you know what I'm saying? Like like Hulu. So you can watch some Raw and SmackDown on Hulu the next day and stuff. But why don't they have that with AEW too? Like I would love to watch AEW the next day.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody does apps now. Nobody does fucking cable. Get with the times.
Right.
Like nobody can afford fucking cable.
On Black Friday, I just got all the deals. I got Peacock for $199 a month. I got Hulu and Disney Plus for $299 a month for a year. I got Max for $299 for 6 months. Look at me over there fucking doing a commercial for these motherfuckers.
Black Friday.
You know what sucks? Is Netflix. Netflix never gives you a deal, man.
Yeah, I don't get.
They just don't care about you, bro.
Yeah, I don't care about Netflix.
I like Netflix.
I like it. I just don't like I don't like their prices. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Who else had a match? See, even Otis wasn't even on there. Like, shoosh, they had like a back scene. Like,
We
but
had
like
the
even like New Day.
Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark.
Oh, that was a good match, man. Zoe Stark put in a lot better match than I thought she was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a squash match, and I was like actually not really interested in even watching it. But I watched it anyways, and I was really, really well surprised with how Zoe Stark she gained a little bit of a fan from me. I don't know about you,
I
but
think
she
I,
earned a little respect from me.
I thought Rhea kind of carried that whole match. That's just my view of it, but yeah, Zoe wasn't that bad.
No, man, towards the end, I think Zoe picked up a lot
Rhea
when she
came out
started
there.
fighting back and stuff.
Rhea came out there looking like Luna Vachon with that hair. She looked crazy.
Oh man, she looks sexy as fuck. Rhea's sexy mama.
Dude, she's like the female Marilyn Manson of wrestling. She is. Did you see her on Raw, dude? Last night on Raw, she looked like Marilyn Manson, dude.
I didn't see Raw last night.
She came out with like the trench coat. I'm like, is that Marilyn Manson?
What other matches were on there?
It wasn't a big match card. That's it. Like, that's about it.
I'm telling you, man, it was just Raw. Then
you had the
so then
men's war game. You had Intercontinental Champion. You had women's title, Santino's match, and then the women's. That's it.
Yeah, not even the SmackDown Women's title. See, it was all Raw. Wow. So anyway, so yeah, War Games, the men's. I thought it was kind of like that whole segment they did with vintage Randy Orton when all four of them did it. I thought that was just too played out. I thought that was kind of lame. I mean, a lot of people enjoyed it, but I thought it was as stupid as hell to me. Like, I thought it was like dumb. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think this got really good until Randy Orton came out there.
yeah, me neither. I thought it was a boring ass match.
Once Randy Orton came out there, it was hype. I was like, yes, Orton. It was cool seeing Orton.
No, I like when Sammy got in there. When Sammy got in there, he started fighting. Like, Sammy really got in there. But, like, what was making me mad is it kept going back and forth. So, like, say Judgment Day member was first, right? So then you had Cody's team. And then you had Judgment Day. So now Judgment Day is in control of the match. And then all of a sudden now you got Cody's team again. So when Cody's team out there, all of a sudden Judgment Day is on the ground, all beat up because of one guy. And it kept going back and forth with just one guy. It was just too lame until they all got in there, and then everyone's fighting. And then, like, the whole cash-in thing is really irritating me. It's either, are you going to cash in yet, or are you just going to keep faking it? Like, that shit's irritating. Like, I thought for sure he was about to cash in, and Randy Orton's music hit.
Yeah, because how long are they going to do this cash-in bullshit? Like, dude, how long has this been going on?
Dude, every single week they play with it. Like, they tease us with it. It's getting old with it, man.
Like,
you know what's funny to me? What if he just turned around and cashed it on Rhea Ripley?
Probably.
No, like, think about it. For the women's title, Damian Priest.
Well, when I grew up watching WWE, they would always cash it in the world title. They wouldn't go for like a belt lower. That's stupid.
Right. So you know what's what I've been noticing lately? All right, we grew up, right? Like so like whenever somebody goes, like, say there's a heel, right? There's a heel in his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we grew up where, like, once like a heel goes face, like all that old beef kind of, like, they forget about the old beef that they had, the feuds from when they were heels, you know, like no one remembers it. It just goes on to the, you know, they're friends now because they're both phase. You know what I'm talking about? Well, nowadays they're actually remembering, they're actually like acknowledging old feuds. Like, for instance, like Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, how they kind of still don't like each other because the feud they had, where like back in the day they wanted to acknowledge that. And same thing with like Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, or Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. They're acknowledging like the bloodline, that he was part of the bloodline, And even though he's face now, they still don't trust him. And like back in the day, they wouldn't have did that. Like they wouldn't have not acknowledged old feuds like that. I think that's
No.
pretty cool that they're doing that now.
Yeah, because in our era, they would just forget about it like it never happened, and then the fans are supposed to just forget.
Yeah, they would just go on to the next shit, like it never happened. But now, I've been noticing it like the last year, not even last few months, they've been doing it. Like the last probably within the last year they've been doing it. But I've been noticing it more and more. And I know for a fact they've never done that before. They just got on there and they would like once a heel turns face, like they forget about the old feud and all that shit. They just went on to a new feud, you know. But
Yeah,
now they're acknowledging old feuds.
dude, I remember back in the day, like Triple H and Shawn Michaels would beat the fuck out of each other. They hated each other. Like Triple H
Yeah, and then
wanted
they were
that.
friends a week later.
Yeah, then like years later, oh, we're friends now, DX. I'm like, dude, they like were killing each other like years ago.
Right.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
they
an
never did
insult.
that before.
It's like an insult to the fans, like our intelligence. Like really?
Yeah. And I think that's ever since like the merger happened, I feel like that's when they started doing it. When the company got sold and Triple H is back in charge now.
Well, I'll tell you this: Damian Priest ain't becoming champ. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna put it on him over Rome. No. I could see him
He's
getting
not-
like I could see him getting it from Seth Rollins, but not Roman Reigns.
I would like to see him lose it.
Roman?
Like cash in. Like he cashes in and loses the
Yeah,
Money in the Bank contract.
that would be funny.
Right. So what do you think is going on? Like how do you think this Christian Cage feud with good old Adam Copeland, aka Edge?
I think it's the best shit they got going right now. Cause I've not been watching AEW lately. The only thing that stands out is the Christian Edge shit.
Dude, so I was watching the highlights the other day or earlier from the other day where Christian Cage he told Luchasaurus he's now kill switch, and then he told Nick that he's now the prodigy, Nick Swatson or whatever his last name is. And then Nick's mom came out, and then Christian's about to hit her, and then Killswitch, aka Luchador, got in Christian's way and stuff, like he was about to hit him, but then they never did. They ended up Christian pushed him into Nick's mom, and Nick's mom went over the ropes, and then Lucha stepped back. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the hell was happening. And then Adam Copeland came out.
Well, the last shit I seen, he got like a pipe or a bat, and he was strangling him in a submission. That was cool.
Yeah. And then I seen the thing with
Do you like the name Killswitch, or do you prefer Luchasaurus or Killswitch?
I never paid attention to the guy. I know that he was with Jungle Boy, and I really hate Jungle Boy's name. I thought that's always been stupid, the whole gimmick of Jungle Boy. But Luchasaurus, I thought that was kind of stupid. But it's kind of a cool name in a way. Like Luchasaurus, you're like a Mexican dinosaur, I guess. It's pretty sick.
I think that's why they're changing it, because they can't make it in the main event with those names. Like Jungle Boy, that's not a main event name.
Right.
Or Luchasaurus.
That's why I was happy when they named it Jack Perry.
I dig Killswitch. He's good. Like he's the closest thing to a new version of Kane that we've ever had. Like he reminds me of Kane. Right. I think he's cool.
Kane was badass back in the era, bro.
I see some people making fun of Luchasaurus. Oh, he's new. He sucks. Dude, Luchasaurus is sweet. What are you talking about?
Right.
Like what are these people's problems?
There's too many soft people nowadays.
Right, like they're hating on Luchasaurus, but you'll cheer some lame ass like Punk. Like, give me a break.
Did you see my status yesterday? What was I talking about? Or the other day I was talking about how people nowadays are fucking we were spoiled back in their day with our commentators. So when I was watching that Dragunov match versus Escobar, whatever his name is, it was so boring to me, and I was like, man, if we were sitting here back when Jerry King Lawyer and freaking Ross
JR, baby.
or JR, yeah, Jim Ross was commentating, none of these matches would be boring because they would make it a great match. They would commentate the hell out of that match and make it one great freaking match. Even though it was boring as shit, they would make it great. These commentators today, they're just boring as shit.
Yeah, you know what it is? There's no color commentary. They don't like. Remember, King would play the bad asshole, and JR was the nice guy.
Yeah.
Like,
And they
JR,
do that nowadays, but it's kind of lame.
like
It's
JR,
not the
you don't
same
know,
anymore.
JR, you don't know what you're talking about. This guy's an idiot. Oh, shut up, King. He's a good man. Like, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, people are too soft nowadays, man.
And a lot of
It just
people
doesn't
like,
work out.
dude, a lot of people like Michael Cole. I think Michael Cole is trash. Michael
So
Cole
I hate when he
sucks.
says vintage. I hate when he uses the word vintage. It bothers the hell out of me. Like everything he says, vintage Randy Orton, vintage this, vintage that, and it's like, shut the fuck up. Vintage shit.
Yeah, and then he has to give you a fucking history lesson. Oh, these were the top tag team champions 20 years ago. It's like, dude, we can figure that out on our fucking own, dude. The NWO,
saying, man.
the NWO, they were the revolutionizing this, and that back in the day. It's like, dude, we already fucking know this. Shut
Ever
up.
since Jerry had to retire, man, commentators just been garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Michael Cole, sort of, because he's a legend, but I think he sucks compared to JR. I think he sucks compared to JR.
I think, you know, freaking Booker T is annoying too. I can't stand his commentary.
I
And
disagree.
then Wade Barrett,
I disagree.
you like his commentary?
Booker T makes me laugh. I think he's hilarious.
I think he's too
He acts like he's stoned. He acts like he's high.
I feel like he's
Dude,
like,
he's like, tonight, oh, that's gonna be good. Oh shit. Oh, you know.
yeah. That's
He
how,
acts like
like
he's-
I feel like he's a suck ass.
He sounds like he's fucking stoned. Like, God, is this guy
Yeah.
smoking 10 joints before this commentary pre-show?
I usually smoke about 10 joints before this pre-show. No.
I don't know. I like Booker T. I think Booker T's funny. That's just me. I think he's funny.
I respect him as who he is, but I think he sucks too much ass on the commentary. I think he's like he's whatever. I mean, it's scripted regardless. Like, I wish people had their own thoughts like back in the day. Like, people had more of their own thoughts. I feel like everything is just too scripted nowadays.
In
Too
WWE,
PG.
it's all in WWE. It's ultra scripted now. Everything is planned, like every little fucking thing.
Because it's too PG. Do you want to make sure nothing gets out that can offend somebody?
If you watch AEW or Impact, you don't get those vibes as much.
Sure.
It's
Impact, I can never watch because there's no way I could find a channel that thing's on. And then AEW, like I said, I watch like clips on YouTube. That's the only way I get to watch that
Dude.
shit.
Impact's getting good, man. I've been watching it lately. It's getting good, like TNA days.
I don't like any of the wrestlers on TNA. Like,
Well, you got
Impact.
you got to watch it more to get used to them. But once you see them wrestle, it's like, damn, these guys are putting on a good ass show.
I remember when I
Cause
first started watching TNA. It was like 2007, 2008, and this was like years after TNA was already out, you know. And I remember like I didn't know anybody, and then I started seeing some wrestlers like Bully Ray and stuff like that. And I was like, holy shit, they're in here and stuff. And then I would like, it would get me watching more. And then like within a year of watching, Aces and Eights came out, and I'm so glad that I was able to watch that feud as a fan of TNA. Like, I'm glad that like I didn't miss that feud because I didn't get to watch the. I always hear about the Mafia with like Kurt Angle and all them. and I never got to see that.
Yeah, but TNA's got legends coming back, dude. Bully Ray's there. Rhino showed up. Rhino's there. Conan
Man,
showed up.
Rhino needs to go home and go to sleep. Oh man, I
Conan.
loved Conan when he was in WCW. When he had that with the LWO. No, it was
Yeah.
before the LWO. It was before the NWO. It was when he had it was him and Rey Mysterio and some other people. Rey Mysterio
remember
didn't have his mask on at the time.
Filthy Animals. Filthy Animals.
Might have been. I just remember they had a badass fucking feud. Man, I love Conan. Conan was so awesome back then. I'm not a big fan of him nowadays, but when I was younger, when he was on WCW, I was a big fan of him. Because I always looked at him as Rey Mysterio was like his little brother.
Yeah.
Like he was the big brother and Rey Mysterio was his little brother. And it would remind me of me and Thomas because we both loved wrestling, and it was like he was Thomas is my little brother, Conan and me, Ray.
Dude, you remember Juventud Guerrera?
Yeah,
He showed up too on
definitely.
TNA.
He's old too, man. That guy's like 80.
No, dude. No, he is not old in the ring. He can wrestle like never before, dude. He's still good. He's crazy still.
I think he was in AEW not long ago. I think he showed up in like the first year.
So
I might be wrong though.
sometimes age is just a number, dude. Like if you see these guys go, age is just a fucking number.
I'd like to see Chavo wrestle some more.
I don't know what the
Chavo
fuck
Guerrero.
happened. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He got fired from AEW, hasn't been back.
Well, he talks a lot of shit about freaking Rey Mysterio and shit nowadays. Like, don't use Eddie's name and stuff, and so stupid.
Yeah, Chavo can seem like a dick.
Yeah.
He seems like the angry uncle you have in your family, like someone that's kind of a bitch.
You know who we should hang out with?
Who?
CM Punk.
No. I'm not hanging out with his whiny crybaby ass.
No, I'm talking about Chavo Guerrero and CM Punk.
I want a free handout. I want to go back to my old family. I want this. I want the title. I have everything, but I don't appreciate any of it. But fuck you. I'm going to punch you. He's like a little kid, dude. He's like a little fucking kid.
Oh, he's
like can't get his way. That's what it reminds me of.
Centered, man.
He wants fucking ice cream bars. Give me an ice cream bar. Is this like a 12-year-old we're dealing with? Fucking ice cream bars, dude. Worry about your fucking career, not an ice cream bar.
Yeah. You know, I'm getting sick of this whole Roman Reigns not wrestling shit, man. It's been getting on my nerves a lot. It's like he's had that title for how long, but he's not even wrestling with it. So it's like it's fake to me. This whole 4 years thing is fake because he wrestles once a year.
Well, he's losing it to Cody Rhodes probably at Mania. That's probably what's going to happen.
Hopefully. You know, it's funny. I was watching that movie with David Spade a little bit ago. It was The Wrong Missy. Have you seen it? It's on a Netflix movie.
Never heard of it.
So it's a David Spade movie, and in the beginning of the movie, Roman Reigns is in it.
So is that what he's doing? Hollywood movies?
No, this movie came out probably 4 or 5 years ago. This movie came out like 2018, 2019, I think.
Honestly, I see that's what he's going to do with his career. He's going to drop the belt and go to Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, you got to remember, he still has cancer. And I heard that's been taking a toll on his body again.
I thought they got rid of that.
That's one of the reasons he doesn't wrestle that much. He did. He went into remission. But I heard that it's been the reason he hasn't wrestled that much is because it's been taking a toll on his body a lot. That's what I heard, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that movie came out in 2020. The Wrong Missy. It's a pretty funny movie.
No, I don't watch Netflix. I don't know.
What do you
Two.
watch? What services you got?
The cheap ones, Pluto TV, Tubi's a good one.
Free.
Paramount Plus, and Peacock.
I love Paramount. You don't have Prime?
Peacock?
Do you have Prime?
I got the ultimate whatever it is. Premium.
So you got Peacock. Did you get it the other day, or have you had it?
I only
Like,
paid
how much are you
$1.
paying for?
I only paid $2 for the Black Friday deal.
Oh, you did get it?
Yep.
So I had it for $5.99, and I canceled it the other day and opened up a different email and got it for $1.99.
Yep. That's what I did.
Dude, it's funny because Hulu every year for like the last 4 or 5 years, they've been doing that, like 99 cents or $1.99 for like every month for a whole year. And for like the last 4 or 5 years, I just go back and forth with emails on Hulu, and it'd be getting it cheap as hell every single year. Well, this year they added Disney Plus and Hulu for $2.99 a month for a year. So now I got Disney Plus and Hulu for $2.99 a month, and that's cheap as hell. And then
That's
I got
cool.
Max for $2.99 for 6 months.
Main reason I did is to watch Survivor Series because I'm like, oh shit, I got to renew this.
Right.
But
I
then
was gonna get a year for $20, but I just took all the money off my card, and I forgot to grab that.
yeah, because I got it for a whole year. I think mine 12 months.
Yeah.
So I'm good for WrestleMania. I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Unless we go live, I don't know. Philadelphia.
Man, we need to go to another wrestling pay-per-view or something. We need to find another one in
I would like
here
to
in Detroit.
I would like to go to AEW sometime because I've never been to an AEW show.
Hell yeah, it would have to be a good one.
Well, they're always in Chicago, which is annoying, but we might have to go out there.
Man, we need to start doing like more like we need to start doing TikTok videos and stuff like that.
Aren't you the TikTok guy? I thought you had a TikTok.
I have TikTok. I just watch TikTok. I tried to use it. I only made like 2 videos so far. I've never even put my face on it though.
See, I can't stand TikTok. I think it's annoying. I hate TikTok.
I love TikTok. I love scrolling through it. I get so many funny videos. It's just like old Vine. I don't know, man. Earlier I was on YouTube and I was watching some old Vine videos. It just cracks me up, man. I love comedy. I love funny videos. I can sit there and watch funny videos daily, all day long. Just laugh because usually I'm stoned out of my brains. So it's it's funny as hell.
I'm the type I'd rather watch like a 30-minute documentary on something than like a 10-second silly. I don't know. That's just me.
I hate documentaries.
Why?
I don't like learning.
Oh, see, I like learning.
The more paranoid you get.
Well, that makes sense.
I feel like if you don't know anything, you don't have to worry about anything. Less stress. That's why I'm 39 with no gray hairs. And I know a lot of people. Even my little brother has gray hairs. I'm calling you out, Thomas.
Got that gray coming, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is going on in the wrestling world? I mean, we talked about AEW, Christian Edge. That's cool, but I haven't been watching AEW. We talked about Survivor Series. It was a great show. CM Punk still sucks. Orton's back. Orton's doing good. He looks like a machine. He looks like a Terminator now.
Dude, I'm so happy he shaved that mustache. That mustache was horrible, man.
I didn't like it.
Me neither. He looks
I
like a
didn't-
70s fucking predator.
I'm glad we got the classic Orton back.
Yeah.
And
It
Impact's
was definitely fun watching him.
Impact's doing good right now, but I know you don't watch Impact, so we can't really talk a lot about that.
I'll try to keep up with a little bit. I'll try to see what I can watch on YouTube. If anyone has any suggestions on ways to watch these by streaming, please leave a comment. Please leave a comment anyways. If you watch this, leave a comment. Tell us what you think, what we can talk about. Give us better hints. Let us know what we can do to make this podcast even better. Please give us ideas. We'll take anything. Let us know. If you want to get rid of the fat guy, we can get rid of the fat guy. Charlie can go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you gotta lose some weight there, buddy. Lay off the
We
saw.
can get rid of Charlie, man. No.
Mark was
Man.
supposed to be on here tonight, Mark, but he's got, I don't know what's going on with him right now. He was supposed to be on tonight, but got canceled.
It's all good. All good in the hood by Marky Mark. Man,
But I would say right now, WWE is probably number one in the wrestling world. They're doing the most shit.
they got my attention the most, but I hope they don't drop the ball on LA Knight. Like, it's been quiet about LA Knight lately. And I feel like I feel like the Judgment Day is just growing and growing. And they're becoming like the new NWO. Like, they're just growing bigger than ever.
I don't know
Drew
about
McIntyre now.
I don't know about NWO.
No,
but-
I'm saying if they keep accumulating people, and like remember how like NWO, like they started off with a couple guys, then they added more, where finally the whole ring was filled with NWO. Like
Yep.
the only other faction since then, I think, is Aces and Eights. They had a lot of people.
My
And now
opinion,
Judgment Day.
to me, they're trying to be more like the Ministry of Darkness. Do you remember that? Viscera, remember Undertaker was the leader, and then they got Corporate Ministry, Vince, Shane.
Yeah.
They're trying to be like Ministry of Darkness, but more funny.
Yeah, I like the gimmick. I do. Like, I don't like Finn. I don't like Priest, but Rhea and Dom are funny.
Yeah,
I just think
I'm not.
Rhea's hot.
I'm not a big Finn Balor. I'm not a big Finn Balor fan. Are you? Like,
No, I don't. A lot of people like Finn Balor, but I think he's kind of fucking annoying. I hate that JD McKenna guy. He has a weird look to him.
yeah, he's kind of. I don't care about him. And no diss to Dominic. Dominic's cool, but like, dude, you need to work out. Like you don't. He looks like a little kid, like in the ring.
The one thing I do like though is how much Judgment Day did for his persona, because that's built him up a lot. Like when he was with Ray, he was a lot more childish. And now he has a better look to him now. He has a better style to him. He has a better persona now.
The problem is his face looks like he has got a baby face. He just looks like a kid. He needs to like get some facial hair or something. I don't know.
But look how Ray used to look back in the day. Ray would whip some fucking ass.
Right, but he was always the good guy. Let's cheer. Dominic's trying to be this hard badass. Like, okay,
the total opposite of his dad.
Like, like on Raw,
Dude, was Ray ever?
Huh?
Ray was never a heel, was he?
I don't think he was. I watched him most of his career. I don't remember him ever being a bad guy.
I don't think he's ever been a heel.
Because he's always so small and tiny. It's hard. How do you turn that heel? Like,
right? I remember when he fucking. I remember all of his matches growing up. Ray was one of my favorite wrestlers, man. I was so happy when he came over to WWE from WCW. Oh man, I remember because when wrestlers were just like coming over from WCW after WCW went down. Like it was kind of like, oh, who's gonna come? Like every week they had a couple new guys. And I remember when Ray came, dude. I remember how geeked I was. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked all the cruiserweights. Remember Juventud Guerrera, and then there was
Yeah.
Ray. You had Ultimo Dragon, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit. Like those were the
Dude,
guys.
Ultimate Dragon was awesome. Yeah, remember the Four Horsemen in WCW? It was Eddie Guerrero, Ric Flair, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn.
They added Chris Benoit to that too. Wait.
Four.
Chris, who? We can't talk about that guy here, man. You're going against the rules.
I don't care what anyone says.
We can't.
I don't care what anyone says. Chris Benoit is part of history.
What?
And he'll continue to be part of history.
Who's Chris Benoit, man? I don't know.
He's one of the greatest technical wrestlers ever to happen, but drugs got to him.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Never heard of that guy. I have to look that up.
I loved it back in WrestleMania 2004 when him and Eddie both won the title that night, and then Eddie came out in the end to help to stand there with.
Oh, dude, WrestleMania 20. WrestleMania 20 is awesome.
Dude, man, fuck yeah.
That's
Me
a good
and Jay
name.
lived in Wisconsin. Me and Jay lived in Wisconsin at that time. And we ordered it when we were living in Wisconsin. It was such a great WrestleMania.
That was the first one I ever bought on DVD. That was my first WWE DVD I ever bought.
That was the first pay-per-view of WrestleMania I ever paid for. So that's funny.
That's cool.
That was the first one. I think that was the first one that I ever seen, to be honest.
That's a good one.
That's one of the reasons why, like...
I think that one's kind of underrated. Do you think that's kind of underrated, that Mania?
Yeah, I think 17's underrated too. So, ever since like WWE Network and all these wrestling, and now Peacock, I love going some days and I'll sit there and turn on some old pay-per-views and like watch them, and then like, because it's just like those pay-per-views that are old school, I never got to watch when they were out, I'd watch Raw and I'd watch SmackDown, but I would never be able to afford the pay-per-views. So now I get to go back and watch them and stuff and see them. And then I'll try to watch like old school Raws and stuff and try to like remember old feuds and stuff, man.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go one day and like start over Monday Nitro and rewatch the whole entire show from the beginning to the end.
I had my ex-girlfriend, one of them, we used to do that. We used to watch a full episode of Raw from 98 and shit.
Yeah. I wonder how long it would take to watch, like, from Monday Night Nitro, from when it started to the last night that it ended.
Takes a long time because I got it on Blu-ray and it takes forever.
With pay-per-views, too, dude. Like, it would be awesome to rewatch that whole thing now. I think I should do that.
We were too broke to afford pay-per-views. Pay-per-views were expensive back then.
Exactly. You would have to pay $50, $60. And our parents weren't paying that shit back then. And you couldn't just like stream it. You couldn't find websites to stream it like you can now. It's just like
the first one I got to see was WrestleMania 18, and then Thomas came over, we watched it. That was the first one we seen.
I remember I'd go over to Mikey's house, and Angie's baby daddy would always rent WCW pay-per-views, and that's how I'd watch it. I'd go over there and he'll rent them and would watch it and stuff. I wonder if he still watches wrestling.
Probably not. I didn't even know she dated a wrestling fan. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Caitlin's dad is a wrestling fan.
I thought we were the only ones. That's what I thought.
No. Nope.
I remember Larry. Dude, you remember Larry? What the hell happened to him?
I was just talking about him not too long ago. I was wondering the same thing.
Dude, Larry Larry was cool because I'd go over there. We'd talk about Raw the next day, and like we played all the video games and shit, and we would talk about it on his porch. I'm like, what the hell happened to Larry? Like he just disappeared off the face of the planet.
I have no clue. I forgot his last name.
I know his last name, but I'm not gonna say it on here.
All right. Send it to me in a message.
Larry, where are you, bro? Are you in the world? Are you out there somewhere? Let us
Is he
out.
in the world? Are you
We're in our
alive?
We're in our 30s still talking about wrestling, bro. Nothing has
40,
changed.
man.
Nothing has changed.
We just live in different places.
All right, I think that's going to be the end of the episode. I mean, there's not much more I got to say tonight, do you?
Nah, I think we're pretty sad. Also, again, please leave a message, leave comments, tell us what we can do better, tell us what you want to hear, tell us, like, give us some feedback, please. All right, man. Have a good day.
All right, see ya.
Peace.
Peace. Wow, that was Jeremiah. Thanks for being on the PowerKast Progression tonight. CM Punk Return Talk, AEW Talk, Survivor Series 2023. We will see you guys on the next PowerKast Progression, Radio with Power. See ya.
The PowerKast Progression. Radio with Power.